Good afternoon and welcome to today's EEOAC Advisory Committee meeting. Welcome to those and welcome to my team members. At this moment, I'd like, Sure. To those attending online, can you please confirm that you can hear and everything is good on your end?
I think, actually, Greg just walked by. I think we're worried about is the stream. So hopefully, there we go. I'm so sorry. Chair, go ahead and proceed.
You're fine. Okay. Called over. At this moment, I'd like to call this meeting to order, please. At this moment, I'd now like to turn it over to Tyler for a roll call, please.
Thank you, Chair. I will now begin with roll call. Dominic Biles,
Here.
Elaine Edmond, Christina Jones,
Present.
and then Alwyn Brown,
Present.
Curtis Kimbrough,
Present.
and Michael Sorensen, our Vice Chair, will be here momentarily. And then we have two members who are absent today, but now I will begin roll call for the HR staff. Constance Bibbs,
Present.
Mikhail Mitchell,
Present.
Rex Furguy,
Present.
If there are any other members, either online or in person, who would like to introduce themselves, I will now open up the floor for that.
Good afternoon. My name is Jesse Rangel. I'm the new Deputy Director with OES, and I look forward to working with everybody here. Thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself.
Thank you, Jesse.
Good afternoon. My name is Patricia Lord, and I'm representative for the Agricultural Commissioner's Office.
Hello, I'm Armando Valerio, representing Public Health.
Hello, my name is Lisa Madrigal, and I'm from the DA's office.
Hello, my name is Nikisha Robinson. I'm from the Office of Emergency Services.
Hi, my name's Andrea Mosha, and I'm from E2D2.
Hi, my name is Annette Davalos, and I'm from the Department of Child Support Services.
My name is Maria Lassiter, and I'm with the Assessor, Recorder, County Clerk Office.
Thank you very much. That concludes roll call. I will now move on to our Chair, Dominic Biles, for approval of the April 1st, 2026 minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes of April 1st, 2026.
Second.
Second accepted and motion carries. Moving on to public comment. Is there?
I was just going to say, if we could just take a vote of the members, if everybody who is in support of the minutes being approved can respond aye, and if you're opposed, no. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. I'd like to open up the floor now for public comment. With no public comment, we'll move on to program report update with Mr. David Davis.
Hello, this is Constance Bibb, sitting in for David Davis. I'd like to start with our Civil Service Rule 20 complaints. As of June 3rd, 2026, there are 50 EEO-related complaints currently in some phase of the informal or formal complaint process. 11 of those 50 cases are expected to be completely resolved and closed out within the next 30 days. We've seen most of the major protected categories represented in the cases that we're handling, such as age, ancestry, sex, marital status, political affiliation or belief, religion. We have seen some recently with hostile work environment, disparate treatment, discrimination or unequal opportunity or treatment in the workplace, failure to provide accommodation, and retaliation. Some of the recurring allegation themes we're seeing in the complaints received are failure of management to respond appropriately upon receipt of complaint, retaliation for speaking out about real or perceived unfair or poor labor practices, bullying and feeling targeted, favoritism based on unprotected characteristics, and unprofessional conduct by supervisors, managers, and executive management. We have 5 requests for civil service appeal hearings currently. 1 request was set for hearing and is pending continuation. The other 4 requests for appeal are pending placement on the Civil Service Commission agenda. The EEO coordinator training that we had back in March of 2026 was a success. We do have another plan for Wednesday, August the 26th of 2026. It is our goal going forward to offer this training 2 times a year, which will enable us to accomplish our SMART goal of providing all departmental EEO coordinators with proper training to assist EEO staff in addressing EEO-related matters at the informal level. We are quickly approaching the start of working on the 2026 through 2028 fiscal year EEO plan. For many of you, you are new to this group, but the EEOAC is instrumental in collaborating with the EEO office to develop the plan and to offer advice or insight into things that might go into the plan. The purpose of the EEO plan is to set forth the goals for the county's workforce as far as programming and things of that nature. And it also outlines the county's specific steps utilized to achieve a diverse workforce. We'll be starting that. I know that we have an EEOAC subcommittee for that. Some of the members here are on that subcommittee, and I'm certain that there's time for the others to get involved in that as well. David has divided that process into 3 phases. The first phase will begin in July, which will start with the data collection and workforce analysis. And from July through August, we'll be working with the subcommittee to review suggestions and working with our internal staff and other stakeholders in order to hopefully finalize it in phase 3, which will take place sometime in September or October. October 6th is the deadline that we're trying to meet in submitting it to the Board of Supervisors for approval. The 26th Annual Diversity Luncheon will be on Thursday, October 15th, 2026. Dominic will have more to say about that in his discussion under new business. The last things I wanted to remind people of is the government leadership training compliance. This training is designed to assist and ensure individuals in understanding their roles and responsibilities of being a committee member. As such, the county requires all committee members to attend this training within 90 days of appointment, and our office will reach out to individuals who may need to complete this training. I believe there is a sheet in your notebook with the remaining dates for this year. Also, there's an ethics training. The county requires all committee members to attend ethics training. Our office will reach out to individuals who may need to complete the training as well. The EEO office also has updated the EEOAC roster, and a copy has been provided to all the members. And lastly, we have Mikhail, who will be providing a brief update on the Employee Resource Groups program and the mentoring program.
Hello, this is Mikkel Mitchell speaking. I just want to provide a brief update on the employee resource groups and the mentorship program. Over the past several months, I've continued meeting regularly with David weekly to ensure we keep up the momentum and help guide the development of both the programs. We're making steady progress, and at this time, we are targeting a go-live date of January 2027. Currently, a major focus of our work is researching and drafting the bylaws and foundational structure for both initiatives. This includes reaching out to and reviewing models used by other organizations and public agencies so we can identify best practices and customize those frameworks to meet the specific needs and culture of San Joaquin County. For the ERG specifically, we are also working on establishing a formal charter and application process. The goal is to create a clear and consistent pathway for employees who may want to establish a new employee resource group in the future. We want to ensure the process is equitable, sustainable, and aligned with the county's overall mission and values. Overall, we are encouraged by the progress being made and look forward to continuing this work collaboratively. I appreciate the committee's ongoing support and look forward to providing additional updates as we move closer to implementation. Thank you.
Are there any questions about anything we've mentioned here today?
I had a quick question on the ethics training. How often do board members, committee members have to take this training?
That's a really good question. I'm not exactly sure how many, I know it's not every year, but I'm not exactly sure how often. I'll have to get back to you with that. But I want to say it something like every 2 years or maybe every 4 years. I'm not sure. Let me get back to you.
It is every 2 years.
Okay.
You were on the right track.
Okay.
Thank you. Same with the government leadership, every 2 years?
I don't know. I'll have to check on that for you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you mean the government leadership class? One time.
One time, okay.
One time.
Perfect.
So there are 2 classes though. When you look at the sheet that's provided, there's one for general members and there's one for chairs. And so one of the things that I do recommend to people is that, you know, if they have the time, to go ahead and take both, just in case you are interested in becoming a chair one day. It's kind of helpful.
I would, actually, I have not received the one for the chair, so could you email it to me or something?
We'll make sure you get that.
Wonderful, thank you. Were there any other questions?
Okay, that concludes the EEO program report.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to old business. Is there any old business anybody wishes to?
I just want to follow up as to the committee for the EEO plan. Did you get volunteers?
I have not heard from anybody yet.
Okay, so I'm going to volunteer.
You do?
Yeah. I just was waiting to see if I was going to be reappointed.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'll write it down here. This is for the subcommittee for the luncheon, yes?
No.
Oh.
For the EEO plan.
Oh, yes. Got it, thank you. Any other follow-up questions? Old business? We'll move on to new business, and we'll start with the EEOAC informational roster. Ms. Bibbs?
Right, I'll just reiterate for emphasis, we did include that today with the packet. Everyone should have an updated roster, which should include Mr. Kimbrough, our newest member of the group. Welcome, Mr. Kimbrough.
I do have that. Did everybody receive this? Yes. Wonderful, thank you. We'll now move on to the 26th annual Diversity Luncheon. We'll start with the tagline. The 3 taglines, pardon me, that have been brought up are 1, a seat at the table for every voice. 2, equity in action, a commitment to belonging. And the third one was suggested Together at the table, equity, inclusion, and opportunity. Would we like to vote on the first one? A seat at the table for every voice.
I have a question.
Sure.
So I feel like whatever topic the keynote speaker plans to discuss, that we tie in the speech to the tagline so that they align. So I don't know if we can maybe talk about that a little bit more before we vote on the tagline. Is
That's
that okay?
actually a very good point.
Okay.
I like that. So let's hold the vote for the tagline until after we review the biography given to us by Miss Talia Legrande. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I will read it, if that's okay. Her biography starts, I got my cosmetology license in 2004, but at the time, I was young and didn't yet have the mindset, discipline, or confidence I carry today. Wanting stability, I stepped away from my beauty and spent 12 years working at Safeway while building my life, earning my bachelor's degree, getting married, and starting my family. But deep down, I always knew I was meant for more. In 2016, my sister-in-law and I started a party business that quickly gave me my first real taste of entrepreneurship. For 5 years, I experienced the excitement and passion that comes with building something of your own. Then COVID happened and decided to go into my true calling. That's when I returned to the beauty industry and launched my lash and body contouring business. In 2022, I took the biggest leap of faith of my life. I walked away from the security of my job and bet completely on myself. I invested in different training, hired mentors, went to business retreats, and built my business from home. By 2024, I took the leap and rented my first suite, then a second suite just months later. I was looking for ways to grow and continued searching for ways to help women feel confident. After discovering advanced body contouring technology through a podcast and traveling to Houston to learn more, I knew that I had found something special. I made the investment because I truly believe women deserve real results and a space where they can feel transformed inside and out. Then life tested me in ways I never expected. My son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and suddenly my world shifted. Which became one of the most challenging seasons of my life. There were sleepless nights, stress, and moments where I felt like I lost my drive. But even through it all, I kept going, and slowly, by God's grace, my motivation returned. Towards the end, 2024, I decided to look for my own building. Within a week, I found the perfect space, and in November, I moved in. My friend also took part of the building for her personal training business. Now in 2026, I'm expanding into the entire building, creating more rooms, building a team, and continuing my mission of helping women feel confident. That was her statement and biography that was forwarded to Tyler. At this moment, would we like to discuss how that would fit into any of the taglines? Personally, I feel it probably moves into a seat at the table for every voice. Being a woman, helping other women feel confident, and working very hard to establish and just grow her business over the time it took her. Any thoughts?
I agree.
Thank you.
My question is, do we typically, for our presenters, provide an outline of, this is the purpose of the luncheon and kind of address it toward your audience that's here? Because I think she has a wonderful story, but I want to know that she understands who's in the room and kind of tie it into county employment, equal opportunity.
Sure, I could reach out to her and ask her to tailor it in that direction.
Okay. I mean, I think she is there and she totally could.
Yeah, I personally looked and chose her because she's a woman in business. She's Hispanic, and I thought that she kind of checked all the boxes and the things we look for when it comes to equity and moving forward. Yes, ma'am.
I had two questions, actually. I wanted to know if the group had looked at different people. I mean, including Talia, have they considered other alternatives as well, like a group, like was this a list that was, singled down to one
Sure.
person. And
No, I
also-
understand the
and-
question.
And also, I did want to just provide some history as far as the past, in that I know that there is a process by which, once the committee determines typically a list of people who they are considering, that list is then provided to the HR department and to the county administrator's office for vetting, as far as just to make sure that there's no conflicts of interest or anything like that. And I
Assuredly.
wasn't sure if we had gotten to that point yet, or if this was something that, has already been decided. I just wanted to kind of.
We, I opened up for suggestions, and this was the only one we've received. I'm still open to hearing from others. I'd love to review more biographies. But this at this moment is the only one I have received.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we ever ask for a draft of the speech to provide to HR and county administrator?
That's a good question.
So what typically happens is, after it is established kind of the list of people who the group is interested in, and we kind of decided, the number one person, 2, 3, in case a person is busy, then the chair and of the committee, and typically someone else from HR, will sit down with that person and kind of have a talk about what's going to happen, and discuss what the speech would look like and everything like that, just to make sure that everyone is on the same page as far as what's expected, who the audience is, and all of that. So that's kind of what happens.
Okay.
So
Go ahead, please.
So then maybe we do vote on the tagline today, and then still look to build a list. Do we have a deadline for when we need to have the speaker submitted or the list submitted?
I wouldn't say that there is a deadline, but remember, there is a subcommittee that can work outside, and so typically it isn't something that comes back to this group for a vote.
I see.
It's typically something that happens within the subcommittee, for the very reason that you don't want to have to come back to this group, since we only meet every other month. And typically within that group, there will be time. You have from now until, you would hopefully by July, you would have a person picked that the subcommittee has decided upon, so that would give the person time to prepare their speech, time to know what the speech, entailed, for, as far as us reviewing it and things of that nature. It would give our administration time to look at the list of names of people who were suggested, and, and always needing an alternate, so that if something happens, we've on more than one occasion, we've had to reach out to the alternate for whatever reason. And so all of that could happen through the subcommittee, and it keeps us from being tied to having to come and meet and possibly not have a quorum or anything like that.
Okay, thank you, appreciate that. So I will look forward to other suggestions. Email me, let me know. If you have, I would, please.
Am I allowed to ask a question?
Oh, absolutely.
Do we send that out to thanks. Do we send this out to the other county departments that we're looking for somebody? Because with Economic Employment and Development Department, we would have probably a lot of people that we could call upon to do a keynote.
And so what I encourage and is for any coordinator who is interested in being on the subcommittee, that you contact the EEO office, so that we can let Dominic know that you are interested in having a voice as far as contributing names to the subcommittee, so that the list can grow, as far as trying to select who the keynote speaker will be, and deciding all the other things that have to do with planning the EEO luncheon. That is a committee, and I'm sure he is welcoming people to come and get involved, and this is a good intro to that. And so we are asking all the coordinators out there, and we will reach out. We'll make a note to send something out to all of our coordinators to solicit participation on this year's luncheon committee. And that way, the committee can move forward with trying to get someone selected at least by July, so that we'll already, have everything in place and simply be awaiting the grand day. Thank you, Andrea.
Can we say we have it by July? Because don't they present the list or present the person chosen to the supervisors in their August meeting?
No, so what happens is, as soon as you decide, hopefully when we get to the August meeting, that committee, I believe you're the chair of that committee, that subcommittee.
Yes.
You will be able to come to the July meeting and let everyone here, as well as all the other coordinators and everyone who's in attendance, know what the committee has decided, what the tagline is, what the, who the speaker is, what the menu is.
Okay.
All of those things you will be able to share with the group when we meet. There will be nothing, and what the group will vote on in August is who the recipients of the EEO awards will be. That is what the group here will be.
Yeah, because we get that voting stuff
Yeah,
in August.
that's what you will vote on, but the committee will bring a report telling everyone where you are at that time and what has been decided by the committee and what you guys are still working on or what you may still need assistance and help on.
Okay,
at that
because
time.
it didn't work that way last year, so.
Right.
Okay, excellent, thank you so much. Appreciate that. So yes, again, I will look forward to emails. My email is on the roster, and we will get back on that subject when we reconvene. Okay? Excellent, thank you for that. So with that, we move to keynote speaker and the caterer. The caterer also would be a part of that subcommittee, correct? Okay,
Yes, it would.
okay.
Every decision regarding the EEO luncheon will be made through the subcommittee.
Perfect, perfect. Who do I reach out to get the quotes? I was asked, I think it was Tyler does the getting the quotes. And I could be wrong.
Are you talking about quotes for caterer, correct?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
So last year, David was provided a few different options for caterers, and then he reached out to gather that information. So when the subcommittee does decide on a few different caterer options, you can let the EEO office know, and then David will reach out and get that information.
Okay.
And, provide whatever information that he gets regarding budget and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, it didn't quite work this way last year, so that's why I'm kind of like, okay.
And those are really good questions, Dominic, and I will just say that, I do recall us being in sort of a rush last year, so we may have, had to move forward on a lot of things and make some quick decisions just to ensure that we were able to pull it off in a way that was
Yeah, no.
timely and
Yeah, no, I get you,
and
I get you, and
successful,
I
but-
appreciate
but, yeah, but certainly.
going through the
it,
motions and making sure that everything is done correctly. I appreciate that, thank you. So, again, yes, that would be great. If anybody has any catering suggestions, also leave them in the email, and we'll get together with the subcommittee and work those things out. Thank you very much. With that, I'll close the new business. Is there anything else I have missed or any questions regarding that? Okay. Anybody online with a question or anything at this moment? Thank you. We'll move on to general comments from the committee members. Is there anything anybody would like to discuss or raise?
Well, just good afternoon. Just wanted to thank everyone for the opportunity to be a part of this outstanding committee. Not a stranger to it, but it's been some years, some relearning. I do remember a couple of faces in the room, but it is a pleasure to be able to serve in this capacity. So just looking forward to participating in the activities so that we can be successful.
Thank you for that.
I have a question. Do we have any vacancies on the committee? Are we full?
We're full. Thank you.
I was going to say, I believe we're full. Thank you, Christina. At this moment, I would like to remind everybody of our next meeting, August 5th, here at 44 North San Joaquin Street, in this very room.
Chair Bowles, I apologize. This is Tyler for the record. For our next meeting, we will be having it in a different room. It won't be inside this room. There was a change that happened after I printed out the agenda and I wasn't able to change it. This was a last minute notice. We will be having our next meeting in this building up on the 4th floor in room 430. And then I will make sure that there's some signage posted up to rerouting anybody who usually comes inside the room, especially for our committee members. And then I will go ahead and send out a reminder as well.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Tyler. At this moment, if there is nothing further, I would like to move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We shall adjourn. Thank you very much for being here.